Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Porky's 3. So this is the third and final film in the Porky's franchise. All of our returning characters are up to their usual tricks, causing mischief, causing problems, rebelling against authority, and of course, above all else, trying to get laid. So in the middle of all of that, an old face from the past returns, of course, the man himself, Porky. He's back in town. He's getting his business back up and running. He's got his riverboat running again. And of course, our, intrepid crew can't help but mess with him. And somehow in the equation, Meat ends up hooking up with Porky's daughter, which results in a shotgun wedding, which is kind of a hinge point for the plot, as it's once again, Porky's versus these, juvenile delinquents or whatever you want to call them. So this is, like I said, this is the last movie in the Porky's franchise. It honestly really kind of bittersweet for me. I like the fact that Porky's back. I think that adds a lot to it. I think Porky's a funny guy. I think they use him pretty well here. I know some people complain that he's not in the movie like as much as they would like, but I think it works pretty well the way it is. The issue for me is that like the other stuff that happens isn't as interesting as what happens with Porky. And ultimately what happens with Porky's 3 is that this movie just isn't as funny as the other two movies. Certainly not as funny as the first movie. I feel like they tried to keep a similar theme, and of course they've got all the returning people. Bringing Porky's back is, Porky back was like a big move. But in the end, I just don't think it all comes together that well. But at the same time, like, it's still Porky's. It still has all the vibe of a Porky's movie. It's got all the cast members you recognize. And so it's like, it's just kind of like a, like a watered down Porky's, kind of like what you would expect from a movie that's, on its second sequel. In the end, like I said, it's fun in a way because it's Porky's, but I sure wish the series could have gone out on a little bit more of a high note, although I don't know that, I don't know what that could have been, but anyway, that's my review of Porky's 3. I think it's a, it's a watchable final sequel in the franchise, but definitely doesn't recapture much of the magic of the original. So if you want to check out more, I've got a movie review playlist right here on YouTube. But until then, thank you for watching this review. I do greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.